Several school districts in the U.S. have filed lawsuits against social media companies Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube, arguing that they have contributed to the surging youth mental health crisis and should be held accountable. The lawsuits, which began in January, are being filed across the country, with lawyers stating that many more are planned. The districts argue that social media firms created platforms that caused harm to young people through their advanced artificial intelligence and machine learning technology. San Mateo County, in Northern California, recently filed a 107-page complaint in federal court alleging that social media firms' actions had been disastrous. Social media firms did not comment directly on the litigation but said they prioritize teenage safety and offer measures to protect young users. It is easier to blame than to be responsible, easier to cause pain than to bear it. The issue of responsibility in this case is a complex one and involves multiple factors. It is difficult to assign blame solely to one party, whether it is social media companies or parents. Social media companies have a responsibility to ensure the safety and well-being of their users, particularly young users. They have the ability to design their platforms in ways that minimize potential harm, such as limiting exposure to harmful content or providing resources for mental health support. Additionally, social media companies have a responsibility to clearly communicate the risks associated with using their platforms, particularly for children and teenagers. On the other hand, parents also have a responsibility to monitor their children's use of social media and ensure that they are using these platforms safely and responsibly. Parents can take steps to educate themselves and their children about the potential risks of social media use and implement rules and guidelines for its use. Ultimately, it is important for both social media companies and parents to work together to ensure the safety and well-being of young people using these platforms. Social media companies can take steps to reduce potential harm, while parents can educate themselves and their children about responsible social media use. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. If the correct measures are not taken to address the potential negative effects of social media on young people's mental health and well-being, the problem could continue to worsen. This could lead to a range of negative consequences, such as increased rates of anxiety, depression, and suicide among young people. Additionally, it could lead to a further breakdown in social cohesion, as young people become more isolated and disconnected from one another. Furthermore, there could be long-term economic costs associated with this issue. For example, the negative effects of social media on young people's mental health and well-being could lead to decreased productivity and increased healthcare costs in the future. It could also lead to a reduction in the overall quality of life for affected individuals and communities. Overall, it is important that social media companies, parents, educators, and policymakers work together to address this issue and take the necessary measures to protect young people's mental health and well-being in the digital age.